Welcome to the Refractor Line, live every Monday and Wednesday, 5:30 Eastern.
The Refractor Line, going live now.
Pull the big one! Yo, what is up, everybody? You got Mark here, you got Matt over there. We are back. How is everybody? Matt, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Good to be back in the good old US of A, Mark.
Good to have you back, man. We missed you out here. Only fantasy cards. What's up? Pull the big one. Welcome, dude. Well, Matt, it's good to have you back, dude.
Thanks.
Yeah. You got any fun stories for us? If you guys didn't know, Matt was in Portugal.
I was in Portugal for 4 or 5 days there. The most, what I'm going to remember the most, Mark, the memory. One of the memories.
Okay.
So one of the things we were just kind of like the first full day we were like exploring, just kind of like walking. Whoa, steady.
The chair back. Yeah.
I was almost running the show solo here for a second. Fall back. So we were walking around. We got to like this gigantic plaza where there's like this huge statue in the middle, and it was a place where people kind of congregated and looked at like the river and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And first thing I did, I walked up there. I was just kind of like looking at the statue. And a guy like comes up right behind me, and he's like, "You want the good stuff?" And I'm like,
you didn't hear he said, "Do you want the good stuff?"
I'm like, "What?" He's like, "I got the good stuff, man." I'm like, "No, I'm cool, man. Don't worry." Yeah. He's like, "Okay." So I'm kind of
politely declined the
drug. It was so weird. He comes up behind me and says that. Okay.
Yeah.
I put it on my head.
Yeah, no big deal.
Less than 1 minute later, completely different guy comes up, starts speaking. I think Portuguese. Says something, and I'm like, no, no, thank you. I thought he was selling me like a discount watch or something like that.
Yeah.
No, thank you. No more than 2 minutes later, another guy comes up behind me, and he's like, you want some of this? You want some of this? I'm looking down. He's just like, he's kind of doing this. Mm-hmm. I'm like, no, I don't. No. So at this point, I realize
times are tough, man.
Something's going on. Like
yeah.
I don't know if it was like a drug sting or something, but I look around and I see like a group of like 8 or 10 guys, all dressed in black, like different variations of the same like outfit, like tracksuits and guys that are trying to be inconspicuous.
Oh.
But all clearly shady-looking characters.
Yeah, it's like, what is going on here?
And they're all working. They're all like talking to each other and nonstop, just walking up to different tourists, trying to sell them drugs. Which seemed very, very odd for multiple reasons.
Did you see anyone accept? Did you see anyone?
No, everyone was waving them off.
Yeah, because it's kind of like, come on, man, you were doing it out in the open. Like, I'm not a fool. Like, what is going on here?
Well, I learned later that all drugs are decriminalized in Portugal.
Oh.
So I don't know if they're actually trying to deal drugs, like we were talking about before. I think maybe they were just trying to take advantage of naive tourists. Mm-hmm. Kind of like how we used to look at like Amsterdam, like, oh, it's a place to go to smoke pot.
Yeah, times are tough.
Times are tough.
So they got to hustle. So all of them are coming.
It was so weird.
One after one after.
I mean, if you want to go do illicit drugs, I guess
Portugal might be your place.
Portugal is your place.
It's all decriminalized. All right. Anything else going on there? I asked you food and stuff. Nothing too impressive.
Yeah,
you were
no.
Kind of just okay. It was just
the food in that region, like Spain and Portugal, very bland. Not a lot of spice to it. Not a lot of flavor. So it's
fair. Okay.
A lot of seafood, but from what I gathered, like none of the food was like, wow, this is really good.
All right. What fast food places did they have?
A lot of Pizza Huts. Well, I say a lot. There's like 3 Pizza Huts.
Oh, do they have like a weird Pizza Hut? Like a weird pizza, like a Portuguese pizza.
I only had pizza once there, and it was good. It was the Neapolitan. It was like a new restaurant. We were talking to the owner.
Oh, okay.
There wasn't a lot of pizza places I noticed, but their pizza didn't seem any different. I think they focused on like the Neapolitan, like really thin.
Yeah, right.
Crust.
Chewy almost a little, yeah.
There's a handful of McDonald's. I saw 1 Burger King, 1 Subway, and like 3 Pizza Huts, but no one was in any of the Pizza Huts.
Oh man, times are tough.
Times were tough for Pizza Hut.
Yeah, there's better places to go.
I guess so, but no, it was it was an okay trip.
And you saw what is it? Pokemon cards there?
I saw Pokemon cards in that one shop, that one mini Mercado.
How ridiculous! Yeah, Pokemon is you can't escape it. It's all over the place. So.
Here's one thing though. Here's one thing for you, Mark. So the reason for the trip, my girlfriend was getting a tattoo at this place that she'd been following on Instagram for like 4 years.
Get out of here! No way. Very cool.
So like the whole process was like it's very limited clientele. They accept like 2 or 3% of all submissions. So they do like 25, 30 a year.
Wow.
So they take your story idea and turn it into, if they accept, turn it into an abstract interpretation of this story. So here, I'll show you what they. So
very cool. Okay, so she has like a one of a kind tattoo.
Yes, this is her tattoo. It's an interpretation of like she lived in Colombia for like 2 years after college and taught English there. And like
you should hold it up to the camera.
She took in this street dog that like would not stop following her around.
Yeah. Boom, right there.
There you go. So that's
actually a really cool tattoo.
So it's an interpretation of this street dog not leaving her alone, her taking this dog in after like 3 hours of the dog following her flying back to Chicago, taking the dog with her, and she's now had that dog for 13 years.
Oh, and they did the tattoo. So
And
very
they did
neat.
the tattoo. Yeah. So the tattoo artist,
Uh-huh.
who was British,
Oh, okay.
like halfway through the tattoo, like I was sitting in the room while they were doing it. It was like a 5-hour process. We were just making conversation the entire time. And like out of nowhere, he looks up to me. He's like, "Has anyone ever told you look like Lionel Messi?"
Did you show him the picture? Like, yeah, look
I
at this, look at
did,
this
yeah,
pole.
so, yeah, it was-
Oh, get out of here, dude. If you were single, man, you would have been.
I was so happy.
You would have been killing
Yeah.
people, killing it out there. I saw Ronaldo was getting sold or signed in Saudi Arabia. So
Yeah,
you couldn't run
yeah.
into him in Portugal.
No.
Unfortunately, he knew you were coming to town. He's like, I gotta get out.
I gotta get out of here. This guy's coming in.
That's funny, dude. Well, cool, dude. Glad to have you back. Sounds like a
Thanks.
fun trip.
Appreciate it.
Would you recommend it if people want to go? And you said flight was how long was the flight?
There's very few direct flights, so
You go to New York.
New York, and then from New York to Lisbon, it was 6-7 hours. So
That's
like,
not a bad flight.
it's doable.
That's very reasonable.
Yeah, it's reasonable if you're okay with flying those sorts of distances. I don't sleep great on planes, so I was pretty groggy the first day.
Yeah, but 6 hours is kind of
Sure.
watch a movie or something.
Yes,
You're kinda,
2 movies and you're really done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're kind of there.
Would I recommend it? It's hard to say. There's not sightseeing in the way that like other famous places are in like Europe, like Italy or
You have to dig
England.
around a little bit.
Yeah, you go there for just like the culture, I think, more than anything.
The drugs.
And the drugs, yeah. I give it a passing grade. I give it a B- location.
Check it out.
Yep.
It might be worth it. Alright,
Sure.
cool. And the dollar's strong, right? Go spend it. Woo.
Yeah, dollar strong. Why not?
Good exchange rate.
Hmm?
So.
Yep.
Yeah. So cool. Relectors, what's up, man? What's up, guys?
What
Let's
up?
talk Teen Titans Go. What do you say, man? We'll talk the Funko drop.
Let's dig into it. Sure.
January 31st, guys. So that is Tuesday. Coming up Tuesday. They like doing Tuesdays now. I think they stopped doing Thursday drops. We did a couple Thursday drops, but Tuesday, they're doing drops. Teen Titans Go, Matt. Are you familiar with it?
I am, yes.
I'm familiar with it too. It's for kids, right? I mean, this is really
Well,
like
yes and no. There are a lot of
Okay.
adults that are in the comic book sphere that
that's still like
that's
this.
still, yeah.
So so maybe it is a little bit bigger market than I give it credit for.
A
for
wider
maybe on-
age range than
on
certain
eBay
stuff, yeah.
on something like that.
Sure.
Because you think selling on eBay might be a little bit tougher on wax, depending
Hmm?
on who's buying and stuff like that. But 21,250, 21,250, kind of a lot of packs.
It's a
right?
big set, yeah.
But let's go take a look at the redeemables. And again, same price, so they haven't changed that, guys. That's a good sign. I don't want to see this move all year. If this starts moving,
agree.
I'm going to get very annoyed because they're doing fucking really well.
Yes.
Let's take a look. So they get, I don't even see. It's going to be tough because I got to look them up like one at a time. So let's just pick one, Matt. What's your favorite Funko?
Jeez. My favorite might
Let's just do DC,
Sure,
right?
DC. I couldn't even tell you which one my favorite one was.
So they've done $3 million in volume. They keep a 6% fee of that. And that's just one of the dozens of these. So this is continual money.
Oh,
they're
Warrior
making.
DJ, appreciate that.
Warrior DJ, thanks for the follow, man. I really appreciate it. Or sub. Or follow. Follow. I can read. Thanks for follow. Appreciate it. But yeah, so they're getting 6% of this $3 million, guys. So they're going to keep doing these sets because they get this forever money, right? I know recent 24-hour volume, that's not a ton. But let's say you have 100 sets.
But this is also, I mean,
know.
one of these two sets, both of these sets are now, no, the second one, I'm sorry, still in the redemption coin phase. The first set has already been
So
done.
it might even go up more.
Maybe, yeah.
If the one that's still in the coin phase.
But
But there you go. They're making a 6% fee. So that's what I'm saying.
what's 6% of 3 million, Mark?
What is it? You take 10%, which is like 320,000. And you
Take
kinda
that
cut
in
that in
half.
half, and then you add a
Call it
little
150
bit.
grand.
Sure.
Or no, it'd be
175.
175.
175K of extra.
That's just one set.
of nothing. Just you don't have to do anything for this
Yeah.
money. It's just a tax, right? So that's why I don't want to see this price
No.
change. And that's why I think they're smart staying on wax because it's going to keep that volume up.
I agree.
So they don't have to take it in house because I think once they take it in house, the volume's going to drop.
I agree.
It's going to drop. I don't know how much. I think a lot.
That's
You know
my
what I
one
mean?
my one concern with Hot Wheels is when they're I prefer everything to all just be under one roof, and I'm sure they will move from one to the
Yeah,
other.
1,
But
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12, 18, 24, 30, and some of those are kind of bullshit.
Not everyone is going to have that
So let's
100.
say 25 of those are legit.
They're making
so
a couple $1 million here, Mark, just in transactions.
Well, exactly, just fees. So, I mean, I wouldn't be a fool. And 6% is on the lower side. So
Yep.
I've done my little spiel. If I were them, every 9 months, I'd raise it 0.25%.
Sure.
So it would just go up slowly, and every 9 months you'd hit your 12-month bonus, because every 9 months you'd have a few months with this higher percent compared to the year before. So comp year to year, you're gonna be looking good.
Mark, do you
And they might
remember
not adjust for that.
when the
They might
Funko
not.
stock dropped? It
Yeah,
went from
I
like
do.
I got in at like $9 and like 25 cents, and it was at like it was at like 12 bucks. Yeah,
Hey, up 25% or
I think,
30% or whatever.
and that part of that is because, I mean, I based it almost solely off what the stock had been, the year before. Yeah, so I mean, it was $25 for
yeah,
a period of
$8,
time.
$7, $8, $9, yeah.
But also because I think they're having such a this digital Funko area seems to be doing very well. If it sucked, they wouldn't be continuing to put out this many sets this quickly.
And I listened to their earnings call, not this recent one, like 2 quarters ago, and that was one of their 4 pillars of growth. Was this.
Sure.
And it makes sense because once you get more and more, you can say, oh, it's only $1,000 volume in 24 hours. Yeah, but you got 100 sets. So, I mean, all of that's going to start stacking,
Yeah.
And if NFTs ever take off, fuck, man, they're going
Jesus,
to be swimming in it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, that stock. That was nice. That was good. You should be able
Well,
to talk
a lot of people were talking about it in Discord, like
It was surprising that it dropped so much.
Yes,
I think people were like, what the fuck, is Funko going to be okay? And I think people were really kind of expecting a hard or faster
I think so.
downturn, and the economic downturn hasn't been as fast
Nope.
as people expected. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll see if it continues, because I don't have a crystal ball. Okay, Matt, let's talk about the redeemable. So they have the Grail Titan robot. I mean, we're going to, what do you think about that? Good Grail? I think it's solid.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
no complaints here.
it's not my favorite character, but it's it's gonna be the first of its kind to my knowledge. So as long as these are rookies, which I'm sure they are, except for maybe like one of the Robins or the Deadshot, it'll be fine. Slade.
And another Freddy Funko. So guys, the legendaries here, you got 1.69%, and then you add that, you're 0.24%. You're at what, 1.93, right? Yeah,
think
right.
that checks
So
out.
just under 2% to get something. 1,800. Man, it's under 2,000. I like that, but
Yes.
man, I'd like to be a little bit lower, but it's okay.
That 1,500 really is the sweet spot. I understand with the more packs, you almost inherently have to have more legendaries. This is fine. Once it hits 2,000, that's when I start to get really kind of like cringy. Yeah, Starfire and Raven.
Starfire Raven. Yeah, I was just looking. See,
There's an abundance of characters they could have chosen from, so
I'm not as familiar with the character, so that's kind of like, this is something I don't, I kind of saw it more as kid stuff, but I'm like familiar with it, but I don't really watch it. But maybe I'll have to check it out. But something 1,800, man, I wish it was a little bit less.
Me too.
So that number kind of bugs me.
I think these are going to do well, though. I understand that there may be some DC fatigue because this is now the 3rd DC set in less than a year.
Good point.
But these are unique. These are different. I mean, and to be fair, like the 2nd DC set was different in its own way because they attached, instead of us having Superman, they had like a specific story arc Superman.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that the horror one did really well. It's not DC, it's WB.
Where one of those, right?
Yeah. They do the same
Oh, great!
thing.
They want to offer us a promotion, Mark.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be great. That'd be really. That's wonderful. Thank you for that. That's an incredible copy and paste.
Yeah,
Right
right.
there.
All right. See you later, buddy. So yeah, we'll see. The redeemables. Let's go back to him, Matt, real quick. Freddy Funko, a cool Freddy Funko, because he's like very different looking, right? Compared to what was it? The Simon Says one.
Yeah,
where he's just
the
holding
Hasbro
Simon.
one. Yeah.
It's just like he has a T-shirt on. It says Hasbro. I mean, this one actually,
As Beast Boy, like ultimately you want these royalty ones to be. You'd like them to be attached to a popular character. That's why we were so bullish on the Freddy as Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Among others.
Yeah, we'll talk about that one. Yeah.
I think this will do fine. It's not going to be the most popular set, partly because of the pack run, but
But
These
we've
are-
seen like 30,000 before, so I
We
mean,
have,
you know,
yes.
it's not like we haven't seen higher. So
I think these will be fine. This is something if you
Yeah.
pull a legendary or two,
and
you're
this-
gonna be just
I guess,
fine.
and so far, selling the Funkos in the real world have been
Yep.
fine.
Sure.
Like I've been doing a killing. Like off of wax, they've been selling fine. So let's, I guess, kind of shift gears to that because I think I'm gonna at least try to go through twice, Matt.
Sure. Yeah, I
I
agree.
missed the last drop.
Me too. I didn't get any.
Yeah, I wanted to. I just was unable to. So it just kind of sucked. So this one I will try to go through twice. That's usually kind of I like spending about I like spending usually kind of around a couple hundred.
If you
bucks,
spend-
but 2 or 3 times, I'll go through.
If you go through, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
but
Finish it.
let's say I pull a couple grails. I might buy a few more. You know
Sure,
what I
then
mean?
you play with house money at
Then
that
it's house money. I get it's a little crazy. There, but we'll
Let's
see.
just play the hypothetical game. Let's say you go through twice, spend $120. Let's say you pull one legendary. You could probably sell that comfortably for at least $50, probably closer to 60, maybe 70, depending on which one it is. With the remaining cards, let's say you have to, you could fill out the rest of your royalty set for, let's call it another $30. Just
Okay, so
maybe-
I did well on my epics or whatever. Yeah.
sure. So let's say, okay, we'll call it $50 just for.
Okay.
So you're in 175.
What do I have? Half the epics? Is that
Sure.
what we're gonna say? It's half the epics. So,
So
I
let's
still got
say-
like 7 to get or so.
Sure. So let's say you spend 120 on packs, 55 to fill out the royalty set. You
Okay.
have one royalty, one legendary for $175. You're gonna make money.
Yeah, I don't think you'd have a problem with that. Yeah, because the royalty plus that and selling in the real world, I like that.
I think you're gonna be okay selling almost any legendary for close to $100, 80 to 100, maybe a 125 depending on who it is. And the royalty, I think you're gonna be safe selling it for anywhere close to 150.
Yeah, and some of these things sell like fire, Matt. Let's talk about some things that have been selling. I sold my Ember McLean for $337, man.
As just a legendary mark, that's unreal.
And the guys, it's just a legendary. This is a rookie, and people like Ember McLean a lot. It was a popular it's the Danny Phantom thing, very popular IP. I know it's gone down now. I mean, you do kind of want to sell these when you get them.
Yes. Yeah.
And if they're in good shape, mine was in very good
In
shape.
good shape.
That matters a lot. Take a good picture of them, stuff like that.
Is this the highest a regular legendary is sold for on the secondary market?
I'm trying to think.
The Ninja Turtle one, I'm trying to think what the like.
Can you guys think of anyone out there?
Yeah,
I think this is.
The Ninja
The
Turtle
Bob
one.
Ross was like a maybe of 150.
Ninja Turtle's the only one I can think of, but I don't know if that even got close to this.
Do you remember who it was? Was it Bebop or something like that? Jeez, Leonardo? Was it Leonardo?
Whatever one was like the black light, like the infrared, like the rainbow colored one, maybe. I don't remember what it
Funko
was.
Digital. Funko. Pop. Yo, here we go.
Yeah, there you go. That's the Grail though.
Oh, that's the Grail. Never mind. And that's shit. It wasn't Leo. Was it Donatello?
Maybe Bebop.
Was it
Bebop
Bebop?
was was colored.
Bebop?
No, only one E. Yeah, it's colored. So maybe that is it.
There you go. That's probably
Yeah.
better.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. And that's the sweet number, right under,
Yeah.
1,500. But again, 1,800 is close enough. It's
That is
under
a sharp
2,000.
looking Funko Pop too.
That's
They nailed
awesome.
that one. Yeah.
That is the better
And
one.
that's
No-
blacklight.
Yeah, no, that is really cool. They nailed that one. It's good pictures.
Very good pictures. Yeah.
This guy got full price.
They did
for
it right.
Good. Sold for $475. Yeah, so I guess that's your eyes. But Ember, awesome one, guys. So
Sure.
keep your eye out for things like that. There's going to be more like that, and especially when they get out in the real world. And I don't know if it doesn't seem like Teen Titans has one of those.
I don't think so. No.
But keep an eye on those royalties. And one I was looking at, one that I got was Freddy Funko as Bumblebee, man. And I didn't see any listed. None have sold.
None have sold.
At least in the last 90 days, right?
I thought there was one listed before when I looked before.
Am I spelling this wrong?
I would take out just put in Freddy Funko Bumblebee. You could even put digital or something like that. Okay, so there's one.
This guy.
Yes. Yep. The other two are the Mr. Potato Head.
That's it.
Yeah. So,
Shit, I'd even up that $80. I'd sell that $3.99.
So what this does, and you and I have talked about this before, Mark. What this does, because there's only one out there. I mean, if I were this guy, I would raise the price because he's the only one out there, which is surprising because we've seen a lot of pre-sales in just about every other set. Because there's none out there, you can essentially set the market.
Why don't you do your best offer too?
Yeah. This
mean,
person's
this
doing
is-
themselves a disservice.
this is a poor listing,
It's
right?
a very,
We used to talk more about eBay listings, and maybe we should take a second to talk about this one. And that's a good thing. List it higher. Do the best offer. Do people not like? Are people just fed up with best offers?
I don't know.
Is that? But this person doesn't seem like because I was gonna say if they sell hundreds of thousands of things, maybe they're like, fuck it, I'm not doing best offer. This is my price. Fuck off.
Yeah,
But we only have 300, reviews. That's saying to me, you should have time to review, to look at each one of these and not have a problem, dealing with that.
No, to be fair, like if I sold my Freddy Bumblebee for $300, I'd feel pretty good about that based on past sales.
Well, there you go. You'd still make a lot of money.
Yes.
You'd still make a lot of money.
But if I were this person where I'm the first listing out there,
What's the rush?
I
mean, until you see other people out there, then you really are having a price.
If you're really trying to get the jump on everyone else,
400 best offer.
yeah.
And then you take 320.
Sure.
Keep between
all
you,
day.
you and God.
Yeah, don't tell anyone. Just keep it between you.
Well, you might see another listing out there.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna end up listing. I mean, they haven't shipped yet.
Yeah.
I saw the label was created, so we'll probably get it by next week.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't know. You could get more money at it, but at the same time, maybe they're in a rush to get money.
sure, yeah, maybe you're right.
Then I'd still put up best offer.
I would.
Yeah. So he's selling in the real world. I really can't, guys. I'd say it's worth the risk. You know what I mean? You got just. I wish it was a true 2%, not 1.93% to pull. A legendary or a grail. But whatever. I'd say I think it's worth it.
Sure.
Worth the risk compared to like opening up a Panini box or a Topps box. I mean, I don't think you're gonna find better odds than that.
Yeah,
How
you're
about
buying.
that?
Yes, that's a great point, Mark. And a lot of those boxes sell for like 175, 150.
Yeah.
The odds of you pulling a card for $175 you can resell, very, very low. Very
Yeah.
low.
And like one thing I want to point out that I think we kind of forget is when you sell stuff, like you still sell the freaking NFT.
Yeah.
So I sold that Green Ranger. I sold the NFT for another $12.60.
And that's something you also have to do super quick.
I mean, it's just the NFT. I mean, so it's just kind of like this additional money on top of it. So it's kind of like, don't be too short-sighted with it being like, oh, I didn't pull a legendary, I didn't pull a grail. You got to put in a little work then, and you got to make money on Atomic Cup, and
Yes.
it's gonna take effort. You're gonna have to try, So.
You sell your tokens, Mark? I still have mine. I don't know.
Well, this one was number 444, so I sold it for
Whoa.
44.44
That's
wax. So I sold it for $2.
Is
And
there
they
any-
go for a nickel.
Is there any sort of potential utility
no,
out of
I
these
guess they
things?
went up.
Like I haven't sold mine just in case.
I think I kept one each. I think I sold my doubles.
Okay, that's a good idea.
No, from my understanding, no. But do you remember they were dropping you NFTs for free?
I do.
So,
Yeah, I do remember that.
so they were doing that. So expect them to maybe do that. But yeah, guys, next week Tuesday, I'm in. You're in.
I'm
man?
in.
We're
Oh,
all
yeah.
in. We're all in. And yeah, I love
Hell
selling
yeah.
these Funkos are selling, man. I love these digital Funkos. I'm glad we stumbled into them. This is kind of, it's taken up a lot of my focus because I think there's been money, especially on these early ones. So, things change, but man, I'm doing great on them. So
Yep.
hope you guys out there are too, especially now that they're getting in people's hands. It kind of sucks it took so long. Now we could all make money.
Yeah, we get the Transformers in transit. Like that's a great feeling.
That is a good feeling, man. I got a lot of My Little Pony going. Get ready
Oh,
for
you
that.
and me both. We're gonna have like 20 of those combined.
That'll
boy.
be fun.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's move on from Funko stuff. Anything else you want to say about Funkos before we
No,
move on?
it's an exciting time.
Yeah, last one, even the damaged ones sell. Just list them at a fair price. And
And be honest
Take
with
good
your
pictures.
description and
Yeah.
pictures. Don't
good
fuck
pictures.
around, otherwise someone's gonna return it and you're gonna have to.
deal with all that
Deal
shit.
with all
Just
that.
be honest with it. And people will buy it because just be honest with it. People are looking for it. And, you
Yep.
know, be honest with yourself. Like, take $15 off. Do
Yep.
what you got to do. Okay, Matt, Scott Rowland was the only person inducted in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that? You're the biggest baseball fan I know. So what do you think?
He was always going to be a fringe guy to me, Mark.
Okay.
I'm not going to say he's not deserving. He's as deserving as any of the recent. Harold Baines, who got inducted 3 years ago for the White Sox, is by far the worst Hall of Famer of all of them.
That is the who's the Joe Namath? Is that kind of or who's the worst football in the NFL?
Oh, I have no idea.
Brian Greasy,
Brian Greasy. No, is Bob Greasy?
Bob Greasy.
Joe Namath is statistically a very bad quarterback, but that's a different era where they were. But Scott Rowland, rookie of the year, won a lot of Gold Gloves, was an All-Star a lot of times.
Yeah.
He's a very good player.
Was he ever really collectible when you were collecting?
No.
No. And see, that's kind of thing. I'm kind of, this caught me a little off guard because I was kind of like, oh, maybe we should have tried to collect some people who were getting inducted to Hall of Fame. And I'm glad I didn't try to chase it because I'd have been fucking wrong. I would not have picked Scott Rowland. Maybe you would have. But
Well, part of this, you have to pay attention to if it's a guy that you know is not going to get in first ballot. Like, there are obvious slam dunk Hall of Fame guys like Miguel Cabrera and Pujols and Justin Verlander and Kershaw. Those guys coming up. You know those guys are going to get inducted first ballot. Someone like Scott Rowland, like, if you pay attention to where they are on the ballot, like year by year by year, and how their voting comes in, like if they're 8% one year, and then 19% another year, and then 31% another year, and then 47%. Like, you see them gradually going up in the kind of voting they're getting. That's good news. That means that eventually you'd like to think they're gonna get in. So this may be like a 2 or 3 year process. Like Kurt Schilling is a guy that has been at like 65%, 60%, 70%. He's a piece of shit, but
yeah, right.
But he's a guy that's gonna get inducted eventually. So if
that's interesting because you could probably buy some of his cards.
You probably
cheap.
could. You probably could. His stuff is not, pitchers aren't generally not as collectible as hitters.
But we look at like Scott Rowland in November. I mean, I'm sure you could have bought some cards.
Oh, you absolutely could.
For like some awesome cards for $1.
And Scott Rowland came up at a time where like cards were just starting to get good. Where like at the time of like atomic refractors, like the 95, 96, 97 era, like there are absolutely some really, really legit Scott Rowland cards to be had. Right there. Look at that gold refractor right there. PSA 9. A card number to 50. PSA 9 sold for 50.
That's awesome.
That's
now. Do you think we could find it?
Maybe. Like a serial numbered card number to 50 that probably would have sold for like $30. Now, if you get a PSA 9 of that card, you can maybe sell it for double. Who knows?
Oh, should I do out of 50? Oh shit.
No, just do gold refractor. Yeah, that's good. Give me a gold refractor at the end of that. No. Take out a PSA 9. Just see if anyone has one. No. Okay. The point is that his stuff is gonna go up. It's not gonna be like it's a $1 card, now it's worth 50. Or now it was a $10 card, now it's worth 300. But you're going to see a sizable bump on his stuff just because now he is, not that he wasn't relevant, but now he's essentially a baseball award.
Yeah,
he's in the Hall of
what I'm kind of kicking myself is maybe, but see, I wouldn't have picked Scott Rowland, so I'm not too upset about trying to chase this, but you could have bought these $1.99,
sure,
$3 cards,
sure,
and be selling them for 5 times that, no problem. You know what I mean?
That may be true.
Making them like a 20. Well, maybe.
So let's
maybe I'm pushing.
Give me a 2020.
Let's try to track one down here.
Give me a 2023 Hall of Fame ballot at some point, then we can see like who's on the list
next year's ballot.
Yeah, so we can see maybe like, oh, this person's gonna get inducted.
Oh, if you want to chase one, yeah, we'll do a show on that. We should do something like that. I like that because I think there's something in there, and I'm glad we didn't because I would have been wrong.
Yep.
But I'm gonna make note of that, Matt. We're gonna do a Hall of Fame chase show.
Yep.
What's the next Hall of Fame to be announced?
Voting is usually in like.
But does like basketball or NFL or is that the same?
It's different for each sport. I don't know.
But baseball's the biggest.
Baseball's induction ceremonies in the
into.
summer, but yeah, you saw that Roland stuff leaked, so it's normally around this time every year for baseball.
But man, it would have been nice. We should have been talking about this and picking up all these under $10 cards.
Maybe, yeah.
Another time.
I forgot about it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so did I, Matt. So did I. Another time, my friend. Another time.
But to carry on the conversation about taking advantage of timing with some cards, like we were talking before about NFL playoffs, and like some of these guys, their values are going to go up. Like, if depending on which scenario plays out with the NFL playoffs, like if Brock Purdy somehow wins the Super Bowl with the 49ers, when we looked at his stuff like 2-3 weeks ago, where it was just into another stratosphere.
Yeah, man.
If he wins the Super Bowl, it's going to explode.
Yeah. Oh man. And do you think there's gonna be more Brocks now, even more since Brock Lesnar, Brock Purdy?
I mean, you name a kid Brock,
gonna be a common name
there's
now?
going to be a decent chance your kid is going to turn out to be
5 Brocks in your class.
But I mean, the other guys, Pat Mahomes, he's already the number 1 quarterback in the NFL. His stuff whoever wins the Super Bowl, their stuff is going to go up. Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of how much and who it is. Yeah. So if you have some stuff of any of these quarterbacks, good luck, and I hope that they
I hope
win
they
a
win the
Super
Super
Bowl.
Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I hope your bet hits. Do you want to share your bet or no?
Oh, hey, it could be nothing. Placed a futures bet. Eagles over Chiefs about a month ago.
Eagles over Chiefs Super Bowl.
Eagles over Chiefs. I got 18 to 1 odds, so
All right.
let's root for that.
You're sitting pretty. Do you have a Super Bowl prediction? Well, that is your prediction.
I mean,
think it's gonna
money
be-
aside, I think those are probably the teams I picked. The Bengals are so good, but
Yeah,
they
see, I
lost
think
a
it's
lot of their
gonna be-
offensive line.
I think it's to be Bengals.
I think any combination is going to
Bengals,
be really,
Eagles
really
is
good,
what
to
I
be honest with you. These are 4 really good teams, so I'm happy
No,
either way.
it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Gonna
Yep.
watch that. That's my Sunday. Stay out of my way, man. I'm gonna get some chicken wings, watch some football.
Stay out of my way.
You know what I mean? Don't go bringing that negative energy this Sunday, dude. I'm gonna have a fun Sunday. Matt, let's talk HiroQuest 2.0. What do you
Sure,
say?
let's do it.
Let's do kind of like one of Doug's favorite measures is kind of the listings and the sales. So the listings and the sales could be a little off, just to kind of say, because this, has only been out for a few weeks, right? In people's hands. They're selling a lot of pre-sales earlier in packs and things like that. So you got to give it a little bit of time. But still, 1,200 plus listings. A lot of, it looks like a lot of auctions ending right now. And only 376 sales, but let's add, a bunch of auctions are ending now, so maybe add 50 to that. Say 400 plus sales. Matt, that's like not very good. 33% turnover.
Not great.
Not great. Makes me a little concerned.
How long have these been in hand, Mark? Do you know?
A couple weeks now. I think
Okay.
2.
So that's
weeks.
a decent amount of time for people to
Two
get these
full
and
weeks.
sell
Yeah.
them.
And it seems like the sweet spot is this under $20 range. Look at the cards. I mean, really, kind of that's what's selling. So you see Death pop off every once in a while. The packs, they were $10 originally, so 22. So not bad. You're making some money, doubling your money. That's great. Death. I think Death is the one they're looking for.
Yep.
And they're stamped with the different music one. You have Amazon, Spotify,
yeah.
Apple.
Yeah.
I would assume Apple is the most desired one, but I don't know that for sure. I don't know. And I don't know if people really care.
Yeah.
But I would assume so.
Unless you pull the death card, you're making a couple of bucks.
There's 58.
Hero's the other one, yeah.
55.
On
Hero's the
a,
one.
on a sealed pack,
yeah,
you're making a couple of bucks off each one. So really not much of anything, barely worth your time. This is pretty much what we thought it was going to be, Mark. It was, for the most part, outside of a couple of good hits,
You had to
kind
hit,
of fall flat.
you had to hit the right one.
You had to, yeah.
But it wasn't like there was nothing good in it. So I do want to, there are some things in there. And look, like a Forest Aura for $15, not bad. I mean, stuff like that. Selling that sort of stuff, get it out of your hands if you got that. I wouldn't really hold on to that too long.
Yeah, the logo may not matter. It may just be like we're just going to randomly throw Spotify and some Apple and some Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was hoping that they would have some sort of utility, but honestly, there wasn't a ton that they could have done with the set to really get me interested. Like the first HiroQuest set was really, really good.
It makes me feel better about the first set because I think that it's going to draw a lot more attention to that. Say, that's the one you want.
People are always going to want the first.
The print run was better and stuff like that. But I mean, these aren't terrible sales, so I don't
No,
want to say
they're
it's
okay.
like when we, I don't want to say it's garbage or anything like that. It's just not as hot as the first one. How about that?
Yep.
And this has kind of brought me back a little bit, Matt, because I was saying they were going to have to do a good promo for me to buy from them again. Because I was really disappointed by the last couple of things they did. So this might be it, Matt. I am kind of impressed by it. I'll give it a little bit more time, but maybe I'll buy something more from MetaZoo again after this.
Yeah, it's always going to be
because I was disappointed, especially with the Seance packs and stuff. All that being crap. That box was kind of really sucked. It was kind of like, and there's all that issue with the Kickstarter where they can't get the printing for their poker stuff.
Those poker, that was a mess.
Guys.
It was just
it's just kind of, but it's something like this. Okay, you're selling all right. Let me see. Maybe I'm sure we should probably buy a native box. What do you think? Just to try it out on stream.
I don't know, Mark. It depends. Not unless they price it at like
Fair
45 bucks.
Fair enough. Yeah. Well, what do you think MSRP will be? Like the others?
I bet they're gonna keep it. Which is, if they do, it's incredibly short-sighted.
Yeah, I'd lower it to 100. MSRP of 99, and then do some sort of bundle deal.
It's always going to be a case-by-case basis with MetaZoo for me, Mark. If they put out a really nice promo, I'm in. If they put out a really nice promo set, like a holiday-based promo set,
the Valentine's Day
in.
promo last year was a hit, though.
Yeah.
The different chibis.
Sure.
So maybe keep an eye out for something like that. Just do another promo.
These sets though, I'm off on the sets.
Okay,
Like,
you're off on the sets.
I'm off
Okay,
on the
so
sets.
maybe we'll get the next promo. How about that? 'Cause
Sure.
I think this promo worked out fine. I'm not gonna, I think it was fine.
You know what? The cards are selling for a couple bucks a piece. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. And if you pulled right, hey, you made
Pulled
a
her at one he made, you double your money.
That's one of those ones I wouldn't have spent a crazy amount of money either. Do you get Aoki's music with this too? Last one you got the awesome CD art.
I don't know if he has that more.
Which?
music.
I mean, the CD art is like, it's like legitimately cool. I mean, there's really like, we have one behind us too.
I think that was it. Yeah, there you go.
Well, you want to like display that. I mean, it's cool looking. We'll put that higher somewhere. We have the mask up there. Maybe we'll go over the true
No
mask.
way, Mark.
I have 10 masks. You want a mask?
No, I
I was
sold
kind of, I have all these. Oh, do you want to look up a Halloween mask?
Sure. I bet they're selling for like
Man,
$5
we got
a
time,
piece.
yeah. Halloween 22 mask?
Yeah, oh yeah, you want to put mask in there.
I don't know why it's doing this to me. Because they have all those mask cards.
That Frogman's a good mask. As I was saying before, like these masks.
There we go. $15. Get out of here.
They're trying to list it. What do they sell for?
How do you spell it? Lechuza. Okay.
These masks you can't wear them unless you have the flattest
There's no-
face
yeah.
in the world and no nose. If you're Voldemort, or is that the guy from Harry Potter? Voldemort. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a big Harry Potter.
Who didn't have a nose?
Oh, there you go. $12 last Christmas. But you know what? I mean, I guess I could try to sell them for $12 a piece. Get $100 for them.
I think you could sell them, Mark.
All right, maybe.
The thing is this was low key one of the better sets because you sold yours for,
I sold mine right away.
Really nice
As
return.
soon as I got it, I sold it on whatnot. And I still have a set of full hollows.
and I did as well. Like I more than doubled my money on it
Yeah.
by selling it right away. So
Yeah.
this is what I was saying. Like some of the holiday promo sets are done differently and well. This was one of them.
And there's a lot of value, like the mask and the cards. Like, you gotta
Yeah.
add that. Like,
Yeah.
like, let's say you sold the cards. Like, oh, I didn't make too much on the cards. Well, did you sell the mask
You sell
too?
the mask, sell everything.
Well, now, okay. The other part, okay, so we gotta complain about MetaZoo again here, because, I mean, this is what they do. I got 10 of the same masks,
You did.
which
Yeah.
was hilarious, which I don't know, like, I kind of want to keep them.
All
because,
of them?
like, there might be a time when we all want to wear the same mask at some point.
I can't wear these. It hurts my face.
But, you could make a sacrifice for,
A couple of seconds.
for some sort of
Like a joke, like a bit.
something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just think
Do we
there's-
know 9 other people?
Who would want to wear this mask with us? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
I guess. We have a pretty big team here.
Yeah, that would be easy. You kidding me?
How about you sell 5?
But it's just kind of funny, like, so that's why I have them. I just kind of thought about it. But no, I'll wait for Halloween.
Okay.
I'm not in a rush to sell them. But I think selling them next Halloween, maybe they'll get a little bump because they'll do another
Probably.
Halloween set because everyone fucking loves Halloween,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
Halloween is awesome. Groundhog Day coming up, Matt.
Yeah. You think we're going to get 6 more weeks of winter, Mark?
Yes, I think we're gonna get fucking nailed with winter, dude. Like, it's supposed to be deep freeze coming and hit us, dude. We got a bunch of snow. I love snow, though. I might go sledding this weekend. We'll see. A big fan of snow.
Whoa,
so,
okay.
we'll see.
Cryptic boxes are up. Is that
Oh,
true?
that's great. Oh, let's pull up a cryptic. But we got a couple minutes. Let's take a look, guys. We're gonna do whatnot after this. If
Yeah,
you
we're
are
gonna sell some Hot
interested in
Wheels.
any Hot Wheels, we
Yeah.
have some really limited edition Hot Wheels stuff. So if you're interested, check it out. Like stuff. Some of the stuff you might have, you bought along with us. Some of the stuff you won't have because we didn't really talk about it. This is us just buying on our own. So, keep an eye out for stuff like that. Oh man, I pulled up a map of Portugal for us.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Yeah.
Lisbon.
Yep.
There's
Sintra. So
Sintra.
I took a day trip out there.
You were in Lisbon though?
I sure was. Yeah. Yep.
Cool. There you go. Yeah, so there's the whatnot stuff with the Hot Wheels. And so we were looking up, what are we going to look up, Matt?
Cryptic boxes.
Cryptic booster boxes.
I sold all my cryptic stuff, my entire pledge and a lot. So I made money on it.
I kept all my hollows and stuff. We sold some of our riddle stuff. I kept all of this stuff. This is great. 235.
Yeah,
is
just
great.
the box. Yeah.
235 is a great number. I have some of the booster decks up there. Those have pack. Oh no, that's is that the same one?
We have booster decks right here.
That's different. Yeah, those have packs in them. Those ones up there.
Maybe we saw those.
Oh, that's great. Because I think Cryptic has got a chance, man. I think Tanner could do it, especially 170. It's going up. It's getting a little, maybe a little bit more attention. I saw they were launching like a Kickstarter that had to do with poker. worked for somebody else.
Wouldn't have been my first choice, yeah. But
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna. It's just, it is what it is. Yeah, lower inventory really causing these to pop. Maybe, who knows? And maybe they just want to see the game be played out.
Sure.
Which I think maybe one of these games they're gonna take on. I keep on saying that. Something's got to be fun. I mean, it's not all.
Maybe.
This
I hope.
boring, right? Oh, fuck. Yeah, but anything else going on? Anything else you want to talk about in the world?
No. I think that's it. We're gonna have a couple of days here to gear up for the Funko drop. So, we talked about this before, Mark. And I guess I could ask the Discord, but I'll ask the chat. So I sold my Game of Thrones Grail sold on Atomic Hub. Mm-hmm. So now I have this excess amount of wax, and I wasn't prepared for it to sell. So now I have this amount of wax, and I'm not quite sure what I want to invest in. And we had talked about, I think we both like the same thing, the Looney Tunes Wile E. Coyote Grail. Because I already have the Roadrunner, and I think weren't Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote weren't they like a constant protagonist, antagonist
Absolutely.
In the cartoons?
Oh, we got the originals, yeah. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So it was like $280 last time I looked, which is a pretty high amount, but I think this will sell for $350, $400 at least. So it's nice to have. If I don't know what I would get if I were to spread it out, though, is the thing. Yeah, $285.
$285. Wow. Yeah, man, I like that one a lot. You notice Atomic changed, and they only have 10 for sale. Jeez.
Yeah.
And that one's not even real. 9.
Yeah. 9.
Or is this real?
No, it is. It's
You're getting one, plus you're getting bullshit. Okay.
What are the other two? It's a Wile E. Coyote and what else? What are the other two? Give me a left arrow on that arrow. What's that one? Roadrunner and one more.
This is the Roadrunner too.
Yeah. And
Bugs? Oh, geez. I'm like, where are you seeing this?
So there's 3. It's a 3 NFT bundle. I don't know if that's a good deal or not. If you can buy.
Yeah,
Nah, I don't think it is.
No.
Anyways, so I may end up doing that.
I would. I like this a lot, and I want to say Looney Tunes is a huge one. Looney Tunes is big.
Very big. Yeah.
So locally, a quick little story. Locally, they started playing Looney Tunes in the morning, and it's gotten so big they started doing it at night. It got so big they did an extra show after Svengoolie. So it's expanded twice.
That is
so
good.
That's Looney Tunes expanding twice.
Timeless.
So that's right now, and I think it is. People are sick of watching the news in the morning, so like, fuck, we'll throw this on, and there you go. And
everyone knows Bugs Bunny. Everyone knows Roadrunner. Everyone knows Wile E. Coyote.
I think that's kind of there's something there. Keep an eye on Looney Tunes, man. I like that a lot. I got some cash, $53. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with it. I'm just gonna hang in tight right now.
Use it when you fill out your Teen Titans royalty.
I think it's gonna be. Bingo. I'll figure it out Tuesday.
There you go.
All right, man. Guys, join us on Whatnot. We got the link in the chat. We're gonna be doing some Hot Wheels. It'll be a lot of fun. And yeah, we'll do probably MetaZoo maybe in a week or two, something like that. And yeah, we'll be back next week. Matt, you got anything else you want to say to the people?
Hello to our friends in Australia.
Hello to our friends in Australia. I saw, Novak Djokovic is playing the Australian.
They let him in.
They're playing the US guy, the USA tennis guy. I don't know who he is.
Michael Chang.
No, it's some dude who's actually kind of decent, I guess. 2:30 a.m. tonight. So
okay,
or
be there or be square.
2:30 Eastern, so I think 1:30 our time.
Okay.
So set your alarm, get up in the middle of the night, watch some tennis.
I will.
And to our friends in Australia, enjoy the tennis. Hope the American guy wins. All right, guys. And as we always say to end the show is... Pull the big one! All right, peace, guys. Join us on Whatnot. Come hang out, just say what's up. Peace. Catch you on the other side.